We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Buttholes, balls, makes the world go round.
Welcome to...
Do you want to create a picture on your girlfriend's tits?
Jesus Christ, somebody jerked this man on my foot.
I just took my Mullinex.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, dog, hey. Welcome to MisterPodcast and shit. This is our second installment ever of this bitch. I always gotta do some stupid voice in the beginning, because I'm an awkward motherfucker. Anyway, I am Keith, and...
I'm fucking Dave.
We talked about this already. You keep taking my name. I'm fucking Aaron. You're
I know,
just Dave.
that's fucking Aaron. Like, he just stole your fucking... Just like that.
Dave is just Dave. There's no fucking in front of his name. He's just Dave.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, some guy swam to the fucking JFK airport. Did you hear about this?
He's a fucking idiot, apparently.
They have this defense perimeter with, like, motion sensors and CCTVs, and they spent, like, $3 million or whatever on this bitch. And this guy, his jet ski crapped out on him, and it was dark. So the only lights he could see was the goddamn airport. So he just starts swimming towards the airport, hops a fence, just walks up on the fucking runways, and just walks into the fucking airport. After all the TSA pat down, he probably walked past the fucking TSA pat down of a fucking 7-year-old child to make the whole thing extra ironic. But they arrested him, even though he got stuck in the river and was just doing what he could to save himself. They got all pissed off that our defense system didn't work, and now they're playing sour grapes and putting him in handcuffs.
What I don't understand is a few things happened, and because of that, we treat every person that gets on an airplane as a criminal. No matter what, they're a criminal.
Well, they don't want the terrorists to win that bad. They're like, fuck it, we'll even search the 3-year-olds. You are not winning.
They can have security measures in place, but treating every single person, even American-born citizens, just as terrorists when they... it's ridiculous. They're treating everyone as if they've done something.
Well, that's the funny thing. It doesn't make any fucking difference, because you could just, like, take a swim and just walk up onto the runway. Anyway.
Yeah, if someone wants to get something through, they're going to do it. It doesn't matter how much security shit you have.
If I was rich, I'd pay somebody, like, $0.5 million to just, like, put a towel around their head and just run like an asshole down the end of the runway. Then I would get in trouble for conspiracy for that shit, but like that would be so fucking hilarious.
So what the airport is saying, they got mad because all their Uber security got broken and they want to take their ball and go home.
Yeah, basically, they're just looking like fucking idiots with their thumbs up their ass.
I don't understand how that's his fault. Isn't that their fault?
Well, they got to have a bad guy, and it's not going to be them. They're not going to be like, oh, we dropped the ball. No, this guy's a trespasser.
Why don't they make the highest-ranking person that was on guard that day take a pay cut or some shit?
Or the person, yeah, or the person that was in charge of buying the fence, which like huge sections of are missing.
Yeah, did he just climb over the fence, or was there a gap in the fence?
No, he climbed over the fence, but like it made him like analyze. Well, like what's wrong here? So they looked at the whole thing and they realized there is big ass sections of it with no fence, and now they're looking at like Reagan National Airport. They're looking at all these airports and the fucking fences around them.
I think what they need to do is treat it like that one Asian company where every time somebody's late after a while, if they're late too many times, they need to dress up like a Power Ranger. Make them dress up like a Power Ranger for like a week for being a dick.
So does this mean that the security measures at airports are going to be higher now?
Probably like, yeah, they're going to put gun towers around the fucking perimeter.
Fuck? I don't...
Oh, wait, hold on.
So
what you're saying is the fact that this guy was in risk of dying and he swam for safety. And if you swim towards an airport, you should be shot from a tower.
It's the only lights that was there. What the hell was he supposed to do? Just swim into the black amorphous horizon? Like, this is a good idea.
It's the only logical conclusion. If a person...
Look, there's lights over there. I'm going to go towards this area where there's no signs of life.
I'm just saying, it's the perfect reasoning. If someone's swimming towards you, you shoot them in the face. That's just what happens, Yeah,
it's going to be like the North Korean border at the end of every fucking airport now. It's going to be...
So it's like people can cross the Mexican border over through Texas, but if you're close to an airport and you're swimming for your life, fuck you. You're shot.
The moral of the story is, America, we suck at fencing things, basically.
You ever hear of Vice documentaries on YouTube?
Vice documentaries?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
They literally just ran right across the fucking Mexican border. Just ran right across.
Why are they stuffing themselves in dashboards and shit if they can just run across the border?
You can run right across. It's just you don't want to get caught, that's all. But it's pretty hard to get caught, it seems like. Because they didn't even really have any trouble. They just ran away from the fucking vans and shit.
They got those Minutemen now. Since all this uppity shit about, like, oh, we're going to strengthen the border.
Well,
I know, I'm a Minuteman.
Right at the border, they were like at the tip of the border, and then there's a town on the other side in America. So they ran through where the short part of the border was and right into the town, so they couldn't chase them through it.
There's eager rednecks with guns that just want to kill them some Mexicans.
I don't understand that either, because technically their ancestors...
All I'm saying, boys, you try and come across these borders, I got this gun with these bullets here, and I'm going to get you.
I'm going to shoot up your dashboard just in case. We had a couple of them motherfuckers. You coyote?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you get shot in the face for that shit. Fucking
you
Mexican.
fucking around here, you ain't got shit to worry about because I got a present for you, and it's got answers. I got 6.
You fucking immigrant.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey, I didn't get the whole word out.
I mean, technically, I'm Cherokee Indian, so can I just go and shoot, like, rich white guys in the face?
I knew you were a fucking Jew.
A Jew. I'm a Jew.
I don't know.
What do Indians have to do with the Jewish community?
I have no idea.
I'm just not very good with racism, apparently.
To tell you the truth, I'm Polish, you fucking Jew.
That's what I'm saying. If they think they can just chase Mexicans out of the country, can I chase them out of the country? Because technically, my ancestors were here before they were.
Oh,
yeah, but you're a bastard.
We gave you reserves and casinos. Deal with it.
You're a bastard of nations. Only half of you lived here, so you'd have to saw yourself in half.
Another part of my family is also knighted on, like, in the English government or some shit. I don't know. There's a bunch of pieces of my family everywhere.
There's pretty much nobody here that's left that has, like, purebred papers. Like,
yeah, it's fucking impossible.
Everybody's all mixed in and shit, so fuck it. At least learn English. Learn English. That's my fucking, don't go to the mall and go, those tacos burritos. That fucking pisses me off. Fucking, if you're going to walk around my Walmart, fucking say shit I can understand. I can understand if I walk into your nail salon and you want to speak Mandarin.
All I'm trying to say is if you're coming across my border into America, you better speak American, goddammit.
Exactly.
Don't piss in my Cheerios and tell me it's a Mexican breakfast, okay? That's not how it works here.
God damn, I wish I could piss in some Cheerios.
You'd eat it too, you fucking weirdo.
Why couldn't you piss in
bastard.
some Cheerios? Like, what's stopping you from pissing in some Cheerios?
Because it's like a million little targets. I just want to try it. See how many I can hit the bullseye on before I'm done.
David, you're a sick person.
Thank you.
There's probably a website market for that somewhere, so... you're on the road to riches.
I bet the sweet one Amanda's on that website.
Oh, yeah. She pisses on Apple Jacks and fucking Wheaties.
And she
I saw some Asian thing where you can pay like this fee and they'll let you into a room and you can just destroy the entire fucking room, everything in it.
I would love that.
I'd pay a fee and you can smash everything.
I'd definitely do that, man. I'd fucking just pick up a chair and just bust the windows out and shit. That'd be fun.
Shit. I would go broke in that bitch.
That'd
every
be
fucking
fun
day like I need.
How are they not getting sued by people smacking the TV with a fucking sledgehammer and then a piece of glass goes in their eye?
Yeah,
it's not America.
They trip over the fucking, like, broken toilet lid that they just broke and cut their shin open on that shit. Like, if this was in America, yeah, this would be a huge fucking disaster.
Well, I would think it would be good business because, I mean, every person wants to break shit, and, I mean, people would pay to break it. If they sign a waiver before they go in, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
It's very true. I would go somewhere to pay if I could go into a room and everything I see I can just destroy.
Do they give you like a selection? Do they give you like an arsenal of things to break shit with? You get like a jackhammer and a fucking chainsaw and all that.
Sweet.
No.
If that's, I haven't read that far into it. It was a long time ago. But if that was the case, fuck yeah, dude, sign me up. I'll pay the extra $20 for a sledgehammer.
Give me one of those fucking medieval like balls with spikes on the end of a fucking chain. That's all I need. Yeah. Morning Star that bitch. Morning Star the whole bathroom fixture.
Good morning, bitch.
If the people that own this idea aren't rich, then there's something wrong with the world.
If I win a lottery ticket at any point and I win a like fucking $1 million, if I live in a house at that point of my own, I'll just move out of the house and I'll like let somebody pay me to destroy everything in the fucking house because I will not care.
By the way, fuck everybody here who enjoys the summertime. Oktoberfest is in my hand, and I am so glad the fall is coming.
I'm getting sick of summer myself. Summers are ridiculous now. They used to be just like, hey, it's summer. Now it's like, fuck, it's fucking goddamn, it's enough. Summer.
I like it when it's like 60 to 75 degrees outside, but anything over that's too damn hot.
You don't like your vision fading to purple in your car and almost fucking veering into the oncoming lane? You don't like that level of heat?
My balls turn into a sweat. This summer has been so bad for me. It's been so goddamn hot. I have no air conditioning in my car, and I'm just driving around panting like some fucking overfed dog.
That feeling when that fucking drop of sweat starts dripping down your stomach under your shirt, that is the most disgusting fucking feeling in the universe.
No, it's way worse when you can feel it on your nutsacks trickling down into your fucking taint.
How much room do your nuts have in your pants where like water can freely drip? I mean, do you have some kind of
shocked?
Like,
it's called cock and ball.
It's a tenting system of scaffolding.
He's talking about the taint.
It's a delicacy in Chinese culture.
This is getting way too detailed.
Did you know that there was a guy? I wish I had the story in front of me, but it was some Asian country. Who cares?
Yeah, they're all the same. We're just gonna lump you all together. Fuck it.
He was trying to claim asexual, and he was standing for their pride or whatever, and he was a chef, so he cut off his genitals and served them.
Yeah, we did talk about this
on another radio show that we don't do anymore.
That's true. That is true, but we had that conversation right before we went on air about like, we're going to pretend it's not the first or second time we're talking about something.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, phony. That shit's nuts.
Well, there's people like that hook up on chat rooms and they're like, hey, I want you to kill me and eat my spleen. And it's it's happened before.
Are those AOL chat rooms? Or?
Huh?
It was that German guy, Armand Muse. He found some guy and like he got him drunk and like ate his penis and shit.
I want to make Dan an account.
What?
I want to get Keith drunk and eat his penis.
No!
I'm just saying, bro. You look like you got a tasty cock.
David will do it.
Krispy Kreme has a cotton candy donut coming out.
Have you ever heard of that place called Voodoo?
That's a good subject change.
Hell yeah, instant subject change. Because we're talking about nuts and cocks for the last fucking 15 minutes. We're coming up on 12 minutes, and a good solid 7 minutes of it is probably all about taints and sweat dripping down balls. Let's talk about a donut.
Have you ever heard of Voodoo Donuts?
Where's Voodoo Donuts? This is specific to one state, isn't it?
It's some like it's like a design donut maker, some shit like the really good donuts. They've got like maple bacon donuts, and they've got like 2-pound donuts.
That's like those cupcake people in California, right? What's the name of those fucking cupcake people?
Did you know there's a glazed donut vodka now?
Glazed donut flavored vodka?
Yes.
Have you tried it?
I want it. No, they don't sell it in Maryland.
Donut liqueur? That's class. You sip that out of a fucking brandy glass.
That's not class, that's swag.
I pour it on a donut and I eat it.
That's
what they call swag.
Dip a donut in that shit. Yeah, that is.
Mm-hmm. God damn, I just got hungry.
Dipping donuts in liquor.
Look at this website.
It's a super donut. It's a fucking donut.
If I have to look at this website, I shall look at this website.
It's donuts. It's like porn for your stomach.
Here we go.
So if donuts are the porn for your stomach, what's bacon?
That's porn for your stomach. It goes right into that category.
No, it's
just
more
a
porn.
Different fetish.
It's a lot of fucking porn.
What are you, a food racist? What's wrong with you?
Man, I love me some food, but goddamn that bacon.
Don't discriminate between the meat and the pastries. That's not a nice thing to do.
They're just putting bacon on too much shit.
Is that bacon on donuts?
I told you that. It's a maple bacon donut.
How does the bacon stay
came
on
in my
the donut?
pants.
This place is amazing.
I'm not into that.
I can't look at this. I can't. Nope.
That's funny.
I can feel my heart tightening up just by looking at pictures.
You don't put salted cured meat on a fucking donut. I'm sorry. There's never a reason for that.
Oh my god, yes there is. You put bacon on anything and it makes it better.
Oh, bacon.
Look at Burger King.
Yeah.
Bacon is the new cool. It's cool to like bacon on your like ridiculous fucking. I want bacon on my fucking lollipop and shit. Like
look at what KFC did. They just took the fucking bread out of the equation. It's not even a sandwich anymore. It's like chicken and then a burger and then more chicken. That's all it is.
I would
It's
take
chicken.
a nasty bitch, lay a strip of bacon on that vag, and I would still go down.
That's because
Cooked
you're
or
you.
raw?
I'm just saying, bacon cures all.
Not
Dave,
freshly
this is
cooked, I hope.
disgusting.
You would burn her.
Dave, this doesn't apply to everyone else. You're just disgusting.
You're a fucking liar, sir.
I'm sure if you went on Craigslist, you could find one that looks like bacon already. And fucking
Yeah, that's
take
true.
that
I'm sure
out.
you can find an ad on there. Hi, my name is blah. I'm looking for somebody to lay me down and eat bacon off of my vagina. Please hit me up.
I would like to slather bacon all over your nice, plump breast. Are you interested in my request?
Only if it's still sizzling and popping.
If you are, send a request to my AOL chat, and I'll ask my parents if I can reply.
And then when you get there, it'll turn out I'm a dude.
What the fuck are we talking about?
A
Kids, say
dude with
something.
a bacon flap vagina.
Bacon on titties.
You can't let us just talk about shit like that. It's not. We're not going anywhere.
This is where the conversation always goes. It's either bacon or tits. We've just combined the desperation sources.
Well, I mean, we haven't talked about weed yet. and that's usually
Dangling
where it goes
shit
to.
nuggets. Sorry.
What?
I don't know. I was just saying stuff in the background. Some of it catches on, some of it doesn't.
Yeah.
All
that's
right,
all.
Aaron, I'm sure you have a news story lined up for us. Don't you have
I
something?
ain't got shit. I just come here to react to what you guys say.
I saw you.
Chips.
No, I've seen several of my Facebook friends at once. I don't know if this is the synergy of the universe. They're all mentioning non-tipping, and Dave has been one of them. I want to discuss
People who don't tip.
Yes, exactly. Like if you've worked in this industry for like at least a
Well,
month.
I mean, I usually tip people, but if they're assholes, I'm not going to tip them.
Like, what do you consider an asshole that's unworthy of a tip, though? Because I've seen kids
He
that
said
look like
hello.
you. Kids that look like you. I'm not saying you in general, but
No,
kids
no,
that look like
something
you
like
tend
that.
to stiff a lot.
Like, I've been to restaurants where, like, the person will take my order, they'll give me my food, they don't even come and ask if I want a refill or anything. Like, them, no, they're not getting a fucking tip. They're not even doing their job.
They ignore you, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What
saying.
about pizza guys?
But what if
Let's
you,
not-
like, I've gotten to people's door, like, 20 minutes after they order the fucking pizza. And they're just
Yeah,
like,
I'll
thanks.
give you a tip because that's quick.
Yeah, I'm sure Dave's been stiff like that, too. Like, the pizza
Oh,
gets there
hell
so
yeah.
goddamn
Yeah,
fast.
pricks. I'm talking about if someone's like a real bitch, like this one bitch, you know, Cactus Willie's, that shitty place.
Yeah, the buffet up there.
We went there one day, and this bitch, she was even when she was taking our drink order, she was being a cunt. So when we left her a ripped up dollar bill. Like here's your
damn.
She probably ran and got some tape. Just don't go back to Cactus Willie's for a while, because that bitch hates you now.
I don't care.
It's
Fuck
a
her. She's supposed to do
seething
anything
fucking
anyway.
hatred. When you did that, she
She'll
fucking
be watching for
she
you.
idealized you in her brain along with all the other people over the years that just said, thanks, and just fucking turned their backs. Like, they all turned into
She shouldn't
one
have been
lump.
a cunt. If she would have done her job, I would have gave her a tip.
You would
Since she
think,
was a
like,
cunt, no.
we remember
What
the
you gotta
people that do
understand
the
is even on
tips.
shitty things like those, yeah, they're giving you shitty service. What if they're having a bad day? I mean, they're working for
I don't
shit
give
wages
a fuck.
to begin
I'm
with.
paying them money.
Well, maybe you're the cunt in the end of this.
People remember the non-tippers, like, almost more than the
Yes.
tippers. Like, you think you'll just fade into the ether of, like, random customers. No,
I
no.
don't
We
go out to
remember
eat that
we
much
remember
anyway.
your address. We remember what kind of dog you have.
I was about
We
to say,
remember
I
the
could give you
car.
10 addresses off the top of my head. No problem.
Exactly, like fucking cunt GPS. That's how fucking non-tipping works.
I don't go out.
Cunt GPS. Oh,
I don't
God,
go
I
out
know
to
that
eat.
address.
If
You make
I'm
this
going
left-hand
out,
turn.
Oh my God, we should compile a fucking application for iPhone that shows you where all the non-tippers are. We need to get rich off of that shit.
Somebody
would sue
has
your
to.
ass. Man, I don't think anyone wants someone else to know where they live, like get their
Well,
coordinates.
then maybe they should learn how to tip.
Yeah, don't put their name up there. Just put what house number it is. Like, hey, these people don't tip. You know, like.
How is it that even if I get a fucking cunt that doesn't even do her job, I'm still supposed to give her money, extra money out of my pocket for not even
Not
saying
if somebody
extra money,
doesn't
I'm
do
just
their
saying You could leave a
job.
little bit of a tip.
Not if she's acting like that. No. She's not even doing what her
Oh,
job entails. Not,
God
no,
forbid
she's
you ever
not-
have a bad day and have to
It's-
deal with people all day.
She shouldn't be working there.
So you're saying if somebody finds out something like, let's say, somebody in the family dies or
Why
they
would
just
they
got
be at
left,
work?
they should be calling out of work?
Yes.
This
They
is
shouldn't
fucking
be around
America.
people.
We don't have fucking time to call out of work for anything.
They might
Half
not be
these
able to afford to
motherfuckers
call out
don't
of work.
make any fucking wages to begin with. They don't have any form of insurance. They're going to work because they don't have a choice.
There are situations that he's talking about, though. There are those situations where people are so cunty and fucking so don't belong in customer service that maybe you shouldn't give them anything. I've been in situations like that before. Where
Yeah,
they
but I'm
like
just
you
saying,
come in
within
and
the
sit
past
down and they
month-
ignore you for like 20 fucking minutes before they even come and take your drink order. You know what I'm
like they
saying?
can't even do their base job. Like I'm not even talking about if they're nice while they're doing it. They should still be able to do these minimum things.
I don't give a shit if they're
you know?
nice. You don't gotta kiss my ass. I
All
don't.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm
saying is
saying.
that within the past month, my cousin died. You know where I was the very next day? I was at fucking work because I can't afford to take a day
I'm
off.
sure you still brought people their pizzas, though. I'm sure you didn't like pull off to the side of the road and be like, "Fuck this guy! I'm not delivering his pizza until
Yeah,
I
but I
feel
can
like it."
definitely assure you I was not the happiest of motherfuckers to talk to anybody.
I'm sure.
But-
Well, like we just,
But Dave,
we both
Dave,
agree
here's
that
what
we
I'm
don't
talking-
need a fucking smiley.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Dave.
about the service.
Did you deliver your pizzas? Mm-hmm. Did you insult anybody?
Came close.
Well, yeah,
as long
some
as you
people,
didn't, then you're fine.
it's warranted for some people. Some people you got to try not to insult.
Yeah.
I
Like,
still
people
got
just
stiffed
have
that
that
day
attitude.
by about 60% of my fucking customers.
there's people you got to chase around their fucking yard because they're too stupid to be around their door after they fucking call and order a pizza. There's those lovely people that get in the shower after they fucking order a pizza. Oh, I thought I had more
I
time.
was just about to mention that. I was like, I love when you sit there and you knock, you ring the doorbell, you go to the next door, you knock, you ring the doorbell, you go back to your car, you call them 2 or 3 times, you go to leave, and then they call you back 10 minutes later and they go, well, I was in the shower. And it's like, what the fuck were you doing? You knew I was coming.
And they look at you like, ugh, I was in the shower. Like, you should have fucking known something. You're the one who's in error in this situation.
Maybe
Like,
you should learn to clean faster, you dirty bitch.
don't you realize people take showers? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking
Don't
summoned
you
me
realize
to
when
your
people know
house.
somebody's coming to their house to give them food, they know in about 40 minutes to an hour that I got to deal with somebody. I should wait to take my shower until after I fucking eat
And put your fucking dog away. Jesus.
and hide those saggy titties, you fat bitch.
If I can only count how many times a dog has come running out from around the side of the house, I've developed this technique where I will jingle a fucking fence a little bit. If it's a completely closed off yard, I'll grab the handle and I'll jingle it, and I'll wait a second to see if anything heard that jingle and got pissed off by it.
I pull up to a house and I roll down my windows and I whistle really loud to see if anything runs around.
That's a good idea, because that's how you call them. I had a standoff with a pit bull once. Just came walking around the fucking side of the house. Wasn't running at me. Had a blank look on his face. I was like, good doggy. And it just started going, I was like, oh,
You would think
fuck.
they would put their dogs in a separate part of the yard or something. Or
I
put
was
them
at the
inside.
wrong house. I was at the wrong fucking house anyway.
Human.
Jesus Christ, the dog looked like it didn't care. It had a completely blank look on its face. Now I don't trust pit bulls with blank looks on their face.
I'm gonna bite your dick off. I'm just not gonna show it to you. I'm gonna have a poker face.
I didn't turn around and run. That was the key to it. I kept my ground. Like, I stayed facing him, and all I kept yelling was back. I was like, back! And fucking, like, every time he barked, I would jump backwards a little bit. Just keep myself facing him. Don't turn your fucking back on these motherfuckers, because your Achilles tendons are going right after that.
I love the people that'll sit there and they'll be opening their door and their dog's flipping out in the background. They'll be like, oh, don't worry, he's all bark. I was like, it looks like he's going to rip my fucking balls off.
Oh, yeah, or the classic, he won't hurt you. No, he won't hurt you.
Oh, he's just a big baby.
Christ, fucking Dobermans and like weird Mastiff mixes and fucking.
We have a fucking what is it? It's a golden retriever and a bloodhound mix.
That's probably
Sadly
really
enough, I
loud.
trust golden retrievers over any other
Yeah,
type of
I
dog.
mean he's like 16 or 17 years old and he acts like a fucking puppy. It's amazing.
Some of the dogs were cute. Some of the cats like real chill and everything. Like, there's good animals on pizza deliveries. The worst animal on a pizza delivery is the fucking customer. Amen.
Yes.
The Homo sapien.
Speaking of homo, how you been today, Keith?
Good Lord, why I gotta be a homo?
I was just trying to make a transition. It seemed like a smooth one. Was it not too smooth?
Well, nobody wanted to talk about my donuts. How would I expect Keith as a homo to catch on after that?
I was
fucking
talking
precedent?
about donuts. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I was talking
Hold
about
on,
bagels.
hold on. I got to get on my Twitter and put a hash mark. Keith is gay. Yeah, good.
Well, no, a good thing nobody knows who Keith is.
Who knows? It could be trending.
I'm gonna go and post about you on my Tumblr.
I'm gay, and I want you to eat my spleen with Chianti.
So, speaking of spleen, do we have another story lined up, sir?
I had like 3 of them.
Well, we've been through one, and we're through halfway on the show, so maybe we got enough to carry us here, boy.
They're testing a new fastest plane in the world. You know how fast the Concorde went?
No.
1,300 miles per hour. And that was like the lauded fucking super plane of the world. Like, it carried passengers from, New York to Paris in like 2 hours or some shit like that.
I know how fast Flight of the Conchords went. It lasted 2 seasons.
Yeah, that show was kind of overrated.
Oh, fuck you.
Kind of overrated.
That show was great.
But the Concorde was also overrated because now they're testing something that goes 3,600 miles per hour.
I don't want to be in that.
The
Speaking of fast
X51A Wave Rider.
Hold on. Aaron needs to talk about his balls.
No, let's talk about...
I hope Aaron talks about his balls because I'm so gay.
Yeah, let me lick that cock.
Let me picture him. Paint a good picture in my head of the sweat dripping down him like Dave did, because I was fucking licking my lips on that one. Got me all figured out.
What are you guys talking about?
I don't know. What are you talking about? I was just waiting for you to describe your cock and balls to the people.
I was going to say, let's talk about the fucking Martian rover.
The balls a little bit.
The Martian rover, yeah, that was pretty cock and balls.
The
that
rover,
thing has a fucking laser on it.
That's the Earth's semen impregnating
It's
other
got
planets.
a rock-crushing laser on
The
it.
rocket that launched it was the dick.
Yo.
The fucking...
Check out this picture of a sunrise from Mars. No, I'd rather look at a sunrise from Earth because it looks way cooler, actually.
You can see that every day for free. You don't have to fucking wait like 4 months for some shit to fly across space and then like hope in the 14 minutes that it's flying through the atmosphere it doesn't just disintegrate and shit. And then it's got to take fucking 14 more minutes to send a message back to you. You don't have to go through all that shit with the Earth sunrise.
I found no love for that rover.
Can you imagine what a sunrise looks like on fucking Mercury? Film that shit.
I think it'd take longer to get there.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, I do want to see it because that shit would be fucking insanely intense.
I want to see a sunrise from the sun. I wonder what that'd look like. It'd just be fucking yellow.
It would look like...
It would look like death. It'd be very deathy in tone.
You get irradiated to death before you got near it enough to burn to death.
I'm surprised the Christians haven't taken all their funds to send a fucking spaceship there so they could be like, we've put a camera in hell and this is what it looks like.
We need donations. We're going to send a gorilla into the sun. There's no reason to do it. We're just doing it anyway.
That's a waste of a fucking gorilla. You're just going to shoot shit into the sun.
A waste of a spaceship. Are you kidding me? The spaceship costs more than the gorilla.
I feel bad for this fucking theoretical gorilla.
There's no practical reason for us to launch a gorilla into the sun. We're just going to do it because we feel like it, because we're America.
Is this your presidential platform? Is this what you're going to run for president?
No, this is Rocky Balboa's presidential platform. He's going to launch a gorilla into space.
And now that we're halfway through the show, somebody has to say it. Hi, Destiny.
Destiny is here?
Yeah,
she's here.
Oh, I wasn't even aware of that.
I don't think anyone that even would listen to the show knows who Destiny is.
Destiny is the producer.
She's an amazing person. She has a Prince Albert?
No, she got back from Prince Albert.
She is chronically Canadian. She's like
I've thought about getting a Prince Albert.
Canada.
Just stick a needle through the shaft.
Then you can talk about on the fucking podcast about how your Prince Albert drips with sweat. And I get to listen to that, which I enjoy so much because I'm gay.
Can you imagine what that smells like, let alone after a week when a girl blows you and they're putting their mouth on your metal fucking dick ball?
God,
what if they have a tongue ring and it gets caught? And then you gotta drive to the hospital with your dick in your mouth.
It would make a great news story for us. Woman gets caught on penis on a Prince Albert, tongue ring gets stuck.
Did you hear the story about no, there's this fucking ER story. Okay. This guy and this girl come into the ER. The girl's got a big bloody rag, she's pressing into the back of her head, and the guy's got a big bloody rag. He's pressing into his crotch. So they were at their anniversary romantic dinner or whatever, in like some swanky French restaurant, and she decides she's gonna blow him under the table. So
can I predict what happens?
She's blowing him under the table. No, let me tell the goddamn story. She's blowing him under the table, and she's epileptic, so she starts having a seizure, and she just clamps down on his junk. So he panics, and he picks up a fork off the table and just starts repeatedly stabbing her in the back of the head with the fork, trying to get her off of his junk.
My guess was way off.
So, yeah. I didn't want you to get the guess right and spoil it, because that's an amazing story.
I just
Yeah, a
thought
story like that, you gotta open it up to us. Let us guess.
Because I can identify. I think. What else would you do? I mean, what else could you do?
His wife in the head. What the fuck?
She clamped
Well, I
down
was gonna
like.
say maybe she had a twitch nerve under the table and she went to jump up and slammed her head and then bit down.
That's
You know
exactly what I was thinking.
Seizure clampage isn't like a fucking bite, like you're taking a bite of a piece of pizza. It's your full capacity
know,
muscle
I'm
power.
just
to
saying.
I wouldn't immediately stab her. I might stab her later, but I would just start slapping at her, and then
I would stab her after we got home.
He probably had a good 8 seconds where he's like, "Oh, what's happening?" Before he like thought to pick up the fork. You know what I mean? He probably like grabbed her head and shook it, and then that hurt worse. You know what I mean? Like, you only have so many options, and when there's a fork right in front of you,
Keith, please stop. My genitals are starting to hurt.
bite your Prince Albert right the fuck off at your fucking fancy anniversary dinner. That'll teach you to be all foofy and shit. Good lord. Then you got to pierce the stump.
That's Dave right there.
What are you talking about, my stump, boy?
So Dave was like, I'm going to have more stuff ready for the next show. And now Dave has nothing. So does Aaron. Aaron has nothing. I'm the only one who does homework.
I never said I was going to have
promised
anything ready. I like to riff. I like to
You
freestyle.
said exactly like I will have more stuff ready for the next show. I could bring up this text and show you it. I was expecting you to have
When I
things.
said I would have more stuff for the next show, I meant more attitude, more edge. I was ready for these bitches. Fucking
more
stab them in the back of the head
sunglasses
with a
and more
biting
radical.
my dick off.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
But you don't read or anything? Neither of you fucking go out into the world and absorb new information of any kind? So we just got to sit here with our thumbs up our ass? Like, there's nothing?
I can't read.
MisterPodcast.
How did you log on to
100%
Skype?
badass and 25% illiteracy.
Well, so far we're at a half hour, so it's going to be 50% fluff because we ran out of meat in the first 30 minutes. Because I brought all the meat.
Meat.
I am the meat slanging man in this fucking show. Both of
Have you
you
ever
are
heard of a dick
beefless.
fluffer?
Have I ever
Oh my
heard of a
God.
dick fluffer?
Yes,
Dave,
Who hasn't heard of a dick fluffer? Who hasn't heard of a fluffer?
Have you
Do
ever
you
played
think they're
Fallout
fat?
2?
What?
You ever played Fallout 2?
Yes, I have. That's way before your
boy.
time.
Video games.
Do you remember the fluffer? The fluffer part at the end?
No, I actually do not remember.
You can go and be a fucking porn star after you blow up the pipeline.
Really?
Yeah,
Norino.
Grand Theft Auto is hot coffee.
It's old school, bro.
I don't
Fallout
fucking
2
know
is the
anything
shit.
about
Fallout
this
2 is
shit.
better than Fallout 3.
Fallout 1 and 2 is better than anything that's been made.
I like
Fallout-
Wii bowling.
Fallout New Vegas should have been Fallout 3.
By the way, Keith, for saying that, you're so gay.
What, Wii bowling?
Yeah,
Wii
it's
bowling.
We
already
turns-
established earlier in the episode that Keith is gay now.
Let's hook
Okay.
you up with a Wii controller and turn bowling on. You'll be a faggot within 10 minutes. Along with me.
We're gonna plug the Kinect in and we're gonna play some bowling. Some Microsoft ripped off bowling.
All right. I went for a news story just now. I went straight to Yahoo because it's usually a good news source. But
All right.
it's pulling up this story about, world setting a Python length and everything. Now, what would you guess were the first 2 words in that?
I have a feeling this story is going to twist into penises because it's about pythons.
Yeah,
Kinda.
That was my first thought, but like what? What are the first 2 words?
giant
I'm probably going to
phallus.
mispronounce this, but it says holy herpetology.
Herpetology?
Herpetology.
Is there
I think I'm
is there a
mispronouncing this or
derpetology?
something, but it says herpetology.
I'm a herpetologist. I'm a derpetologist. Derp.
Herp,
Herp.
derp,
Derp.
herp, derp,
Derp.
derp, derp.
You got some
Herpetologist.
marks on your dick? Let me look at them. I'm a herpetologist.
I can see the troll comic now. Derpy, I'm a derpetologist.
Herpida.
Yeah. Fucking derpetologist. What does a derpetologist do?
I didn't say
Herpetologist.
derpetologist. I said
It's-
herpetologist.
Excuse me.
It's not a derpetologist or herpetologist.
Is there a
It's derpetologist?
Google derpetologist now that you're on your fucking Googling machine.
Your Googling machine?
Do you get any results for derpatologist?
My Google machine ain't working too good.
Oh, it's because of Skype.
Sorry, bro. It's getting ready for Darksiders 2.
What do you want me to
Skype
search?
fucks everything.
Derpatologist?
Derpatologist. Let's just type random shit into Google.
I put in derpatologist. It said, do you mean dermatologist?
In defense of this story, do you want to know how many eggs they found inside of this python?
2,000,000.
Serious guesses, no exaggeration.
250.
That's a good guess. What about you, Keith? What do you think? How many eggs do you think they found in this python?
I don't know, a
The
dozen?
python was 17 feet and 7 inches.
One.
One.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
87.
I was only 100 and
What are
something
they,
off.
87
I think you were
eggs
still
with
closer than Keith.
I don't know.
87 baby snake eggs or 87 like eggs
Wait,
with
how?
just yolks?
I thought that the snakes laid the eggs. I didn't know they stayed inside of them.
It
Well-
says it was carrying 87 eggs.
They come from inside of them at one point or another.
Yeah, but I wouldn't think
Sure.
that they would all be inside at one time. I would think that they would come out separately. I don't know. I'm not familiar with snake
Maybe
sex.
the snake was extirpated.
Well,
That's a really.
I'll be here all night, friends.
yeah.
7:30 shows, completely different from the 6:30 show. Anyway, Dave, talk about the giant penis snake again.
We're
All right,
here-
giant
we're
penis
here
snake.
at Lou's
you want to
Diner
look into my
in-
pants?
Because you know it's going right to cocks. You know, like,
Cock.
you know, people were picturing, you know, like when you said there was 87 eggs, you thought of that website that has a guy, like, shoving hard-boiled eggs in his cock hole.
What
No,
the
I
fuck?
said 87
'Cause you know that
eggs. I was
exists
talking
somewhere.
about how many bitches I'm
First
gonna
he shoves, like,
impregnate in
3
one
of the
night
eggs
with my
down there.
beer.
Then comes the mayonnaise. And then he just jizzes egg salad all over you.
Where's the golf clubs come in that?
And
I
a
mean,
print-
you got mayonnaise. You need golf clubs.
Well,
They come in my
that's,
ass.
You know how, like, muskets from the 18th century have that stick with the fucking fluffy shit on the end of it?
The
No.
They,
ram-
like, you cram the shit down the hole.
the ramrod.
Yes, that's his ramrod. He fucking puts 3
Team
hard...
Ramrod.
Man, I don't even know why I started this tangent because it's not going. I'm not
I don't
pleased
know
with
what
where
you're
it's
talking
going.
about.
It's like it was supposed to be funnier, but then it just turned into a piece of crap, just like that.
Team Ramrod.
That's the risk you take when
Well,
you're
fuck
fucking
the
nuts and you try to have a podcast.
All right, how about this? Let's ask a hypothetical question. If there was ever a place on your body you could put your dick besides where it was, where would it be?
That's a
Why?
hard-
There's it like it's already at the
I'm
most
just saying.
convenient place.
But if you could pick a different place on your body to put your dick, where would it be?
Put it on your knee so you could do a
No.
carpet laying motion and just slam the shit out of some girl. Like you probably bruise her fucking pelvis that way though.
Like just your
Shut
dick
up, girl.
on your
I'm laying
balls.
carpet.
Like literally almost.
I'd put it on my palms so then I could just like slap people in the face with it. just fucking slap them.
I think
Yeah,
I would out of the chin, just so I could look at people when I shake my head no, it's just flopping around at them just to show even more disrespect for anything they had to say.
Oh boy. Where did this question come from?
I don't
Answered
know.
it
I'm
for some
riffing.
reason.
Came from his brain.
This
He's
is where my
insane.
brain goes in the middle of the night. I'm just like, if I could put my dick anywhere else, where would it be?
Well, if you could
trying
do
to
it-
make out with a chick, she goes for the mouth. You lift your chin, she's sucking your dick.
If you could do it
What
to
the
another
fuck?
person just to fuck with their life and to put it in the worst place possible, what would that be? I would say like the back of the head, maybe. Like a fucking
Coming out just over
fucked
my
up.
asshole.
You may see
What?
somebody trying to jerk off the back of their head. That's just
Wait,
you get carpal tunnel and shit.
Could you
I'm just
imagine a chick
imagining-
trying to go down on with? Yeah, she's just kissing your butthole every time. Fucking gross.
If I have long hair and then there's a dick on the back of my head, would my hair count as pubic hair? Because I'd have some long ass pubic hair.
Yes.
The back of my head would be pubic hair.
You
You
grow it
should
out
put
and
that
braid
shit
it.
into dreadlocks after it
Like,
becomes your
yeah,
pubic
just
hair.
be like, I can put my pubic hair in a ponytail. You want to see? It's on the back of my head.
I think
People
I
are talking
think
about, oh
you're-
yeah, I clip my pubes, I shave my pubes. What do you do with yours? I put them into dreadlocks so I can go Rasta.
You're describing the guy from Melvin's, I think. You ever seen that guy? Looks like Sideshow
No.
Bob.
I'll have to see it now, though.
Sideshow
Shit.
Bob, but angry.
Sideshow Bob wasn't. What was his hair?
It's like, you know, like as fucking fucked up as this sounds, when the World Trade Centers started to fall and those big plumes of smoke came out of them, I thought that my first thought, like literally, I'll remember this forever, is like, that looks like Sideshow Bob's hair.
What the
Looks
fuck?
exactly like Sideshow Bob's hair. Like, I think that was my brain's way of detaching from the horror of the reality of the situation, is to like interject a cartoon character in there somewhere for a nice safety buffer zone or whatever. But yeah, that was my first thought. I was like, oh shit, there it goes. And like, it looks like Sideshow Bob.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
understand that.
Keith, I guess you're just as bad of a person as we all are.
No, I remember, like, I slept real late. By the time I woke up, like, my brother was telling me, hey, there's no World Trade Centers anymore. Yeah, they flew planes into them and killed them. That's how I woke up. So, like, I didn't get to see until afterwards.
That'd be a great day. You get up and you have like a hangover or something. You get up and look at the TV and there's just like explosions everywhere and shit. And you're just like, what happened when I was asleep, man?
I went and played a party. I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and went and played a fucking gig. So, I don't know.
It's time for your 3/4 in weather update. In the state of Maryland, it is 75 degrees according to the fucking weather.com. It's fucking nice. It is safe to take your ball mittens off.
And your sweat will not drip off your balls when you drive your car. But it is nighttime. It's fucking 75 degrees out with pitch black.
Hey,
you know, my drive to work tomorrow is going to be extra fucking pleasant now.
I think we're all 80s this week.
It's 73 where I am. Stop lying to me.
You got more buildings to dissipate the heat or whatever. I don't know. I'm no geophysicist. I ain't no fucking scientist. But, like, yeah, I imagine there's more buildings.
More buildings equals cooler temperatures. I would think they would be the opposite.
Well, you get, like, we get more tornadoes around here, I think. Than you get
We had one just recently.
Yeah. I work on a golf course.
The fucking side of the fucking 231 bridge. I was like, are you fucking shitting me?
I work
you remember the earthquake?
On a golf course, if there's even one crack of lightning, they blow this foghorn. And everybody's supposed to get off the course because they don't need people getting sucked up in tornadoes and getting struck by lightning on their golf course.
Hold on. I just noticed what Destiny said, and I'm trying to figure this out. On the tip of my other... You only get one penis. You can't make multiple penises and make a foot long.
Didn't you say somebody has 2 vaginas?
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Stop being a hypocrite.
Yeah, there's like a 2 vagina person, and there's like a 2 penis person.
Mean, she may be a woman. It is not my fault
that some lady has 2 vaginuses. Vaginas.
Destiny may already have a vagina.
Hey, bitch, get off your vaginas and make me a sandwich. Sorry.
I just wonder if Destiny had a penis, would she put it next to her own vagina?
I read a book about somebody whose mother was a hermaphrodite that fucked itself, and the child was so inbred that it had magical powers. It's called...
I need to get me a pussy.
I just ruined it for everybody. It's called The Bad Place by Dean Koontz. And that was the whole twist. So sorry if you planned on reading that book, but yeah.
It's called South Park. That's Cartman's mom.
Well, I think this book was written before that episode
yes,
of
it
South
is
Park.
Cartman's mom.
Well, Simpsons did it already anyway, because they fucking did everything.
Simpsons never did that.
Simpsons did it.
That's the one thing they
I'm
never
sure
did.
there's a hermaphrodite impregnating
They never had a
themselves somewhere
hermaphrodite
on
that
some
impregnated
episode of
herself.
Simpsons.
Simpsons did it.
They have done everything. They've been here for like 27 years.
Even so.
Right. How many years have you been here for? Because I guarantee in that time you haven't done everything either.
I don't have zany new adventures every week.
Yes, you do.
My life just doesn't work like that.
I can't believe they make those episodes every week. That's amazing. I mean, they take big breaks in between, but supposedly they make them in the same.
I heard it takes like 9 months to make a half-hour animation show for like one crew to do. So they fucking send everything off to like South Korea.
That can't be true because South Park does one every week in their actual full-fledged season.
That's construction paper things done on $1 million system.
It's CG animation, just like The Simpsons are done now.
They cram it all in 1 week.
Yeah, but they're majorly underusing their software. They laugh about it. They're like, oh, we got this major software and we're just using it to fucking look like
well, they don't
Have you watched South Park recently?
Yeah, I know they have the fucking big done-up shit every once in a while. That shit's expensive.
It's almost every episode now.
They don't need it to look like real or any shit. I mean, it's just an entertaining show. That's all it really needs to be.
I don't know, the look of it, the way it looks all slapped together and shit, that's always turned me off. So I don't like watch it as much as a lot of people do. I will agree, it's a very fucking funny show. But like the look of it, like my brain can only handle it in small doses.
Yeah, maybe you're retarded.
Maybe
it's
I
a lot
am.
better than most of Seth MacFarlane shit, where it's just like all the same structure.
I'm retarded
like
and gay now. Give Aaron some fucking undesirable characteristics. Spread the love around. Destiny's got fucking balls on her chin or something, according to you now. So
No,
Aaron
she's
is
got
the
the
only
only
one
ball
left.
chin boy. Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it.
Yeah, that was right after the hermaphrodite.
Simpsons did it.
Actually, Family Guy did that. One time, Peter grabbed his own chin and he's like, "How'd these get up here?" and put it in his pants.
Yeah, fuck that. I think South Park did it before that with Butters' ball chin boy.
Have you ever seen the Whitest Kids You Know, that sketch group?
Oh, hell yeah.
You ever see the sketch where the guy's balls keep coming out of his shirt and shit like that?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I actually did see that.
I don't
Maybe
think
that's
I caught that one.
that's what happens when Peter Griffin gets up. Like his balls just come out of his collar and they go to his chin and just stick there. That's what
Remember the
happens to
one
him.
where the guy was trying to do autoerotic asphyxiation, and like he died while he was hanging from the thing, and his soul came out, and he's like, "Oh my God, my family's gonna find me with my junk in my hand, hanging from the thing with my pants down." And then he fucking comes back to life and shit. Got me a gallon of PCP. You must like PCP. Well, I got a gallon. Yeah,
Hey, man, sometimes you got to party.
My wife and kids are dead. Yeah, cut their heads
No,
off.
his kids weren't dead.
Oh, his kids
He
weren't
was
dead.
going to pick him up from daycare.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
No, soccer.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, well, how's Janet? Oh, well, she passed. Yeah, well, when was that? Around 3 years ago? No, 3 p.m. Oh, that was recent. Yeah.
Well, let's bring up something stupid, music-wise.
That's what we were
Has
doing.
anybody... Music-wise, I said,
You
sir.
ruined it. You ruined it.
Music-wise, you cunt. Shut the fuck up.
You bald motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, cunt. That's a good start
right.
to his list.
All I'm saying is... has
Hey,
anybody heard
cunt,
the
I'm
new
gay.
news about,
Nice to meet you.
What was that?
I was just I'm gay, introducing myself to cunt over there.
Oh, okay.
Well, Dave's the bald one, and he's also a pedophile. So
Well, at least I don't look like a little chubby girl. Why don't you shut up?
Baldophile. Silence.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
That was the death ray. Where'd he go?
Doesn't matter. All I'm asking is, does anybody know about the new news with Snoop Dogg?
no, I have no idea.
How he has turned his name to Snoop Lion.
We
and
talked
all that.
about this in the
we
very-
talked about that last time.
Yeah, we talked about it last time.
Well, then fuck me running. I'm going to go put a fucking cross into my forehead and become a Christian.
We are a horrible podcast is the moral of the story for the night.
No!
We all are supposed to do homework, and one of us goes and does homework.
No!
I
We're
haven't
amazing.
done my homework
And then-
since I was like in 4th or 5th grade.
Then I ran out of homework.
I just never did it.
Well,
Well-
like, for it to be an hour, we have only, 12
Don't-
minutes.
Stop.
12
You don't
minutes
start judging
remaining.
how much time it's been. That shows we're running out of shit.
You were the one who kicked us off last time. You're like, oh, we got to wrap it up. You said something about time specifically, like, oh, we're calling time or something like that. So, like, you
I
did
was
it
doing
gotta
that
go
for
to
last time.
sleep.
safety reasons.
I gotta go to sleep to wake up and do a raid on World of Warcraft, man. My guild
I
needs
do not play World of Warcraft. I play Star Wars: The Old Republic. God
Oh.
It's
Way
even
different.
worse.
damn it. No, it's not. We hating all the time.
You're just in
Everything I do,
denial.
you just hate it.
You're in denial.
We hate everything.
Hate.
Ask Dan. Ask Dan. I hate everything. Ask Chris Plecka in Glen Burnie. He'll tell you, too. Man, he hates everything. Aaron hates everything, too. We just
Either-
we just
We
want
need
the
to get
world
into
to die.
sex, or we need to get into making a couple skits.
People really say that. They say, "Oh, Aaron hates everything." Like,
They
I
say
like
that
lots of
about
things.
me all the time. I'm sorry
I mean,
if the stuff you bring up around me constantly sucks so bad that it looks like I'm constantly poo-pooing things, but all the things that you bring up are fucking terrible.
I have friends like that. Like they talk about like that like new death metal shit that they have, like the grindcore, whatever the fuck they're calling it now.
Sucks.
Like he likes shit like that, and he's like, "Oh, you hate everything." Like, no, I just hate your shitty music. It's
I hate your fucking over
that's
theatrical,
shit he would talk
cartoony bullshit metal. Sorry
Yeah.
if I'm not into it with you. Yeah, go ahead and say I hate everything just because I hate that.
Dying fetus.
What? You don't want to eat this dead frog on the side of the road? Man, you're not into food, are you? You're just not a foodie kind of
Off
person.
the street, then you're obviously
mean-
not metal.
I've eaten like snake and shit. Like snake's pretty good, but fucking frog. No, I don't think I could
When
do
you
that.
say that, you mean dick, don't
What,
you?
dude? You don't want to fuck this man in the ass? I guess he's just not a sexual person, you know?
I guess you're not open with your sexuality enough to be comfortable to where you can be straight and eat a dick.
Dude, that guy hates sex. I tried to blow him and he said no, man. He's just not into it. Sex isn't his thing. He fucking hates it.
What you gonna do now? You gonna cut off your dick and go sell it to people? You gonna go fry it up or something?
I'll go serve it like that fucking waiter.
Serve it. Put on some juices and serve your dick, and then sell it for $250 a pop.
I'm going to serve mine in a hot dog bun
Dave will eat it.
for comedic
What?
value.
Dave will eat it.
And I don't want people to know they're getting it. I want the people to order a regular hot dog and have that show up. And I want the preceding scene to be filmed.
You'd go to jail.
I'm
Eat
gonna
this
put
hot
this.
dog,
I'm gonna put
please.
that in my will, because I'll be dead anyway. You know, fuck
You
it.
won't be dead if
And
you cut your
take
dick
that
off.
video and put it in my, put a flat screen TV in my tombstone and just put that video on a loop. So everybody that walks through the fucking cemetery will be horrified.
This is a picture of Keith eating his own cock.
You know, they're actually putting up those billboards that are actual flat screen TVs now.
What
Oh,
else
yeah.
are they going to do? It's cheaper in the long run.
How is it cheaper to put that up there rather than just paper?
Because
you
you don't have to buy those fucking printouts anymore.
Yeah, you
It's
don't
a
have to
fucking
change it.
television, though. You would think that would be pretty expensive to make. I mean, one that big, and what if it
Yeah,
breaks?
but it's not high def or anything in the end of it. you
They
know?
don't maintain
Nobody's
the
going
one.
to be close enough to where they're going to realize the resolution of that TV.
No, you've been next to the one in Annapolis Mall. It's like a jumbotron
Yeah.
type thing. There's a whole row of fucking LEDs out on that thing, and it's so fucking ugly. I noticed that. Every time I'm at that light, I'm like, oh my god, fucking Ghettoville fucking mall.
Well, maybe you're just an asshole.
I don't
Maybe
know.
I
If they
am.
if they could put a big screen TV that size in my house, I'd be fine with that.
I hate
Yeah.
signs.
Oh shit! There is
signs-
something I wanted to mention.
In,
Did
the, in the last
anybody
7
besides
minutes.
myself used to listen to the Cottonmouth Kings?
No, you're faggot.
I know Cottonmouth Kings, little
I've heard of
corny,
them, but I just don't listen to them.
little corny,
A little corny. You guys are
little
cocks.
bit
Yeah,
corny,
you're
little bit dramatic, a little bit overstated, a little bit derivative.
When they actually came out, it was more significant. It's just kind of done now.
They got the one that raps like this, and all the rap songs sound like this, and like.
Nah, that was kind of only the first album, and they've had like 7 since
My
then.
God, yeah, they're cranking them out because it doesn't require much thought, obviously. But anyway,
Well,
what were you going
Steve
to?
Wonder-
What were you going to say about the shitty white rap band? Continue.
A member of them died.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, I didn't know the guy personally, so
He actually he left the band or got kicked out. I'm not sure what happened, about maybe a year and a half ago. But he had, what's that shit called when you can't breathe? Asthma. He had asthma and went into a severe attack, and yep.
that's
Just
frightening.
He apparently, before he actually fully died, he flatlined 5 times.
Kids die in school like that. You can send your asthmatic child to school one day, they might not come back.
Yeah, they had that one news story where the kid was refused water and he went into asthma attack and died.
That
The
shit's
teacher wouldn't
crazy.
let him get a drink.
Wow, that bitch is in trouble.
Yeah, she got fired.
I would hope so.
She should get manslaughter for that
Did
shit.
you hear about that one news story where the retarded kid was getting like verbally abused by his teacher, and they had a recorder on him? And
Oh
they
yeah, the
recorded it?
autistic kid. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like
she didn't even get fired. She just got moved
transferred
to another
or something.
department.
Yeah, she was like, "Look, Billy, everyone in the class hates you." Like,
No,
holy
not-
fuck,
not
you're
that
going
one.
like hardcore Hannibal on this child, man.
No, it wasn't that one. That was a different
It
one.
wasn't the one where the dad made the video where he played.
Yeah, the dad made the video.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She was like, "Look, everyone hates you in the class," or like, "You're pissing everyone off," or something to that effect. She was trying to
She-
turn all the
she
other
was-
sweet little children against the one sweet little child.
She was telling him that he
Why are they all
wasn't
sweet?
he wasn't going to be able to see his dad.
Because
And shit.
they're like fucking, what, 7 years old? They're still pretty innocent at that age.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I mean, seriously. That's why I use that language. Because, like, if you're...
Kids are the most evil things on this planet.
Those kids...
Because they haven't developed empathy yet, so they don't know what's good and what's bad. So they will kick the shit out of other kids. They don't even give a fuck because they don't know it's bad yet.
Oh, yeah, you had that one kid who was, he was like 10 years old, and he was going around kicking the 4-year-olds over in this daycare.
Because little kids don't give a fuck because they're not going to really have any harsh consequences. They might get, like, timeout or they might get spanked.
This was like a 10-year-old, though, doing this shit.
Yeah, I'm saying, but still, their parents aren't going to do anything significant. You know, they can do whatever the fuck they want to.
Well, it was the kid's aunt that was running the fucking daycare. That's why the kid was there. And the kid's aunt was like, oh, he don't hurt nobody. And then in this video, he's just fucking kicking this kid in the back of the head, and the kid just fucking slumps over like a fucking rag doll. The dad of the kid came in and started hitting the other kids in the daycare because he thought the other kids were the ones hitting his daughter and like sending her home with bruises and shit. So the dad's in trouble now.
I'd beat the. Oh my
God
god!
damn.
What is
The fucking...
silly kids? Kids are like
That is a
the
crazy
absolute
story.
evil thing ever. Like when I was going to elementary school, kids were like the littlest brats, man.
Well, they don't. They have parts of their brain that just aren't built yet. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
physical
not
structures in
saying
their
that it's abnormal or anything. It's pretty normal. It's just that it's fucking. They're horrible people.
It just
That's all it is. They're horrible
look,
people.
kids. They're not the ones to blame, but man, they are fucking terrible people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they'll kick your cereal over, sure, but they won't try to fucking manipulate you and screw up your life and ruin your fucking social standing and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about, innocent versus evil. You know what I mean?
That's what's crazy about the whole thing is that kids just don't seem to have a like common understanding of reality of what's going on. So it can be like,
No, it's not
oh
that.
yeah, I'm gonna punch this kid. I'm gonna
Like I
fucking
said,
kick this kid.
They don't have any empathy for other people. They just think that, oh well, I can do this and I don't feel anything from it, so I'm gonna do it. You know, shit like that.
Yeah,
Because
you
they
gotta
aren't old
learn
enough to
that
understand
stuff.
what it is yet.
Yeah, you got to learn that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? If you would guess the grades that were worse out of all the school gradings and everything, which one would you guess was the worst?
The worst one to teach, like wrangle.
No, just in general, the kids that are the worst.
Or
Which
like
would you
the-
assume the kids are between elementary, pre-K, middle school, high school, college?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten, I don't know.
No,
Like, they're
you
pretty
failed.
nice
No,
in
not that.
kindergarten.
You lost your guess, Keith. I'm
Are
sure
you talking
should
about
know by
no?
now
Like
what it
I'm
is.
still unclear about the question. Are you talking about are they hard to handle or they just got low test scores and shit? Like which? Like,
Isn't they're just terrible fucking people at this point?
oh, let me see. They're pretty evil by 5th grade, 4th and 5th grade. I don't know. Even in 2nd grade, I can think of a
Close.
couple
You were
little
close.
fucking
You
bastards.
were warm with 4th and 5th.
Was it 3rd?
Nope. It was higher.
Oh, really?
Sixth grade.
6th?
Middle school kids, they are the fucking worst. They're still in the middle of that transition from adult to I don't care about anybody.
Well, yeah, I went to fucking middle school on the edge of Baltimore City with all the city kids because our building was getting torn down and rebuilt somewhere else. So I had a wide array of fucking little assholes that I had to deal with.
Couldn't even imagine, dude.
Oh, fucking yo boy motherfuckers, man. Just
I honestly believe
infestation.
that this day middle school had the biggest fucking impact on my life just because kids were just so fucking terrible, you know?
They were pretty terrible. In my elementary school only had like 400 kids in it. So there was like 4 or 5 of them that figured out how to be the supreme assholes of the school. So everybody had those to deal with.
They're always there, dude. Every kid, there's always going to be that one kid that doesn't even know it yet, but he's just the biggest asshole on the face of the planet.
I am the qualified asshole in this sector. What do you want?
I believe
stranger?
it. You just seemed like in middle school you were probably a fucking prick.
Even the little kids were assholes in my elementary school. When I was in like 5th grade, I had a paper airplane in the fucking playground. I was just flying my paper airplane. This little 2nd grader kept coming up, taking my goddamn airplane and walking away with it. I'm like, okay, I know this kid's smaller than me, but he keeps repeatedly doing this, having like no regard or respect for me as a person whatsoever. So by like the 10th time it happened, I finally said, fuck it, and just punched him in his neck, and he just fucking dropped to the ground. And just like this withering, fucking, blithering mess. And, of course, I got suspended from school. I run into the kid and his father in fucking the local liquor store corner shop where you get little candies and stuff. I was there getting a fucking 25-cent granola bar, and the kid points me out to his dad. That's the kid that hit me and stuff like that. And the dad looks at the size of me, and he's like, "Oh, I'd like to shake his hand." I felt so fucking stupid. That is why to this day, if somebody is smaller than me, I give them a lot of fucking leeway. You know what I mean? Like they tend to be able to fuck with me a lot. There's a 16-year-old that kept fucking with me at my job, and I could not bring myself to get in his face because that ingrains that in you. You know what I mean? When you have experience when you're young like that.
See,
if you're not an asshole,
crazy about those middle ages. You know, it's like, you know, you don't want to have your kid be a complete pussy, but
yeah,
you want your kid to learn to be able to stand up for himself, and then they go too far and they become bullies, and it's just such a weird age to have to deal with.
And they say the right thing to do is to tell the teacher and everything, but you don't want to have that kid that's got the social standing of the fucking tattletale, kiss-ass fucking teacher's pet type either.
Yeah, the little fucking narc in the group.
That's like a balance, I guess.
What it's always been like with me when I went to school, like I would be the kid that would sit there and I'll do whatever, and other people don't talk to me and shit. You know, I was fine like that, like by myself. And then if someone fucked with me, I would like try to avoid them and shit. But if they actually like physically got up in my face and started saying shit, like I would just lay them out. Like I don't want to fight people, but if they just come up to me and like spit on me and shit, yeah, I'm gonna kick the shit out of them.
Boom.
One kid literally came up to me and spit on my shirt. I punched him straight in the fucking nose. That was great.
I wasn't really a fighter in school.
And see now, sir, what that makes you in today's society, you are a bully. You need to stop standing up for yourself.
Oh, you're going to
violence.
seminars and shit now.
Like, if violence isn't called for, don't do it. But if someone comes up and spits on you, yeah, punch him in the face. Fuck them.
I would say that would be kind of like a reflex reaction to that. I'd never had somebody just blatantly spit on me, but I can imagine like your fist would just fly out. I mean, that's just what would happen. It's like when you hit your knee with the thing.
Kids are getting pussified because parents are on this whole anti-bullying campaign.
Yeah, it's that
But the thing with that is that kids that aren't fucking bullies, they're getting shoved down even further down the list.
If you just punch one of them in the nose, you'll be left alone forever.
But that's the fucked up part. At what point are you allowed to stand up for yourself?
That's what I would become friends with the principal, and then like if shit happened, like they'd just be like, "Oh yeah, that's Aaron. He's fine."
I threw one of those little 1 cup size milk cartons that was half full of milk, like full fucking fastball pitch directly into somebody's face. That got that person to leave me alone. So there's something to be said for spazzing out and fucking just going nuts on somebody. That's the only language that some people understand. He's throwing shit at the back of my head. I ignored the first 3 of them because, like I said, I really didn't like to get into fucking altercations and shit. I was a thinker, you know. I thought too much about the consequences. Like, I don't want to get suspended. I don't feel like getting hurt. I don't feel like hurting him. So he throws like 3 of these things at the back of my head. I just turned around and fucking whipped this thing at him. I remember the sound of it smacking his face.
Shit.
That guy left me alone.
I actually got in trouble for sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment. You're from a slightly later time than I am. You're like fucking almost like, how old are you now?
I'm 30 years old, dude.
Yeah, well, like in high school years, you're like 5 years behind me. So that's significant in those years. You know what I mean? So you came up in a slightly different school system than I did.
The whole shit was fucked up, right? Right? It's fucked up because what had happened, we were in health class. Health. They teach you about genitals and smoking weed and cigarettes.
Yeah.
But I was grouped up with this. They pick the groups for you. You got to get into the group discussion, blah, 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 blah. I had this bitch, and she was like, she looked at me as soon as the groups were assigned, and she says, "I don't like you." And I was like, okay. She's like, "I'm going to get you kicked out of our group." I was like, how are you going to get me kicked out of our group?
What a little cunt.
No, it worked. She called the teacher over, and she started busting into these fake-ass tears, and she started talking about, I was talking about her titties, and I was like,
oh my God.
What?
I would kick the shit out of that bitch. Like, just...
Oh my God. Punch that fucking cunt in her face.
Yeah, just be like, okay,
push her down and kick her until bones break.
If you want to get me in trouble for something I do, and then just like pimp slap her in the face.
Yeah, for real, man.
I got sent to the office, and I have whoever, it was my 10th grade administrator or some shit. He's calling my dad. He's like, "Your son was in here today talking to this other female student in our class, talking about her titties and
titties.
what
Did
he
he
would
say
like,
titties?
do to her vagina, and I
He
was like,
talking
my
about
God.
her titties. He was talking about her titties. Did he say fucking titties, the word titties, to your dad?
Yes, he said titties.
Well,
That's awesome.
He was talking about her quote unquote titties. I
He
know
was
that
explaining
that is
the exact quotes that I never
he was
said.
using euphemisms for her private areas.
No, the bitch about it was they called the cops in and everything and had her parents, and they're asking if they want to press charges.
Oh my God, that might have fell apart if it hit a police interrogation room. You know what I mean? Because
Dude,
they would have
said
grilled
no.
her.
You
She
could have
said no.
sued
Oh,
the shit
man.
out of her.
Yeah,
face.
that's defamation right there.
I got sent
Oh
to
my-
ISS for
The
like
burden
a
of
week.
proof is on her. You know what I mean? You're fucking innocent until you're proven guilty. She's the
Yeah,
one
no,
who's
no,
going to be.
Up in that
Well,
group.
yeah,
in that group.
yeah, back then you might have been.
Hold on. In that group, it was 2 of her friends and me. It was 4 people.
So
It
what? They
doesn't
can
matter. All their
conspire.
shit'll be different.
Yeah, they can
No.
conspire. Were there any other people sitting around in the room? I'm sure
No,
somebody at
we
least
were in
caught
our group.
part. What, like you were in your own room?
No, we were all separated enough to where nobody could hear the conversation. And when I got sent to the office, she had her friend sitting there backing her up with everything she said. I got sent to the office, cops were called, and they asked if they wanted to press charges.
Oh my God, my brain is just thinking of stabbing these bitches, like in the woods, just fucking hacking them to
Well,
pieces.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Her parents apparently convinced her not to press charges and blah, blah, blah. I got sent to ISS for a week and was not allowed to sit anywhere near her in the room.
What's the name? Let's do a bit about her. What's she look like? What?
I think her name was Jen Green or something like
Jen
that.
Green,
That's a
fucking
faggot.
cunt.
That's a faggot.
Yeah,
name.
fucking faggot ass
She is a
name.
faggot.
I could be
Stupid-ass
wrong. I
Jen
could be
Green.
completely wrong. It's been so many years. but I'll
Oh.
never forget that.
Sorry, Jen Green.
Last
They
year I
mistakenly
was-
thought you were the perpetrator. This
It
is probably.
fucked up my entire fucking high school career.
You
I
gotta
had to
watch
deal
who
with
you
that shit
point
for
us
2
at.
years.
You gotta watch who you point us at. We are a loaded fucking rifle here. Jen Green has become our first fucking collateral damage to friendly fire. You have to get that fucking.
We have destroyed her.
But have we destroyed the wrong person? Have we used our power for righteousness?
Always. It's always righteous.
Use your power to accumulate more power.
We use our power to talk about sweaty balls for 20 minutes in the beginning of the show.
That is the power of the Sith.
How the
Hey,
sweat
man.
drips
Dark
down
side.
your Prince Albert.
Sometimes you just got to cup the beginning of the show and roll it around in your hands while you're just bobbing on to the fucking topic.
We're the dark side of the internet podcast. We're not the good, friendly internet podcast. We're just like the podcast. It's like, yeah, we got a prostitute.
When we were on
Internet pass.
when we were on that site Podbean, did you ever go and listen to the other podcasts on that site? They were so
Yeah, I just
fucking
listened to
hokey. It was
No,
just,
I never listened to any other ones.
it sounded like, fucking, I don't know, like yuppie gay guys. Nothing against gay people in general, but those type of gay
Hey,
people that
Aaron,
go antiquing.
How are you feeling tonight about the
David.
fucking Justin Bieber concert?
Dave, you've said on fucking radio that you would go to a glory hole in a male bathroom and shit, so you can't talk
I
about
don't give a
anything.
fuck. I
He would
can't
go
see
to a
who's
glory hole in a
me.
male bathroom and shit? Because that would be hilarious if there was a glory hole and somebody was waiting for the glory to come through on the other side, and then just turds started plopping out of the fucking.
They're waiting for the
is my
glory.
PC.
This ain't how these work.
This is so glorious.
And then shitty toilet paper starts plugging through the
God,
fucking.
this is fucking terrible.
Plop. Suck on that, trucker Bob.
Bitch.
Oh Lord, sweaty balls, and well, it's an hour and 8 minutes at this point.
I think it's time we show our love in privacy and no longer to the internet.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking put myself on the internet. You order my spleen and eat that shit, and then everybody gonna masturbate.
If
Know
one
what
of
I'm
us
saying?
orders you a pizza, you better fucking tip us or we will shit on your doorstep.
Till the sweat drip off my balls, motherfucker.
Best songs of all time rocking us out.
Anyway, thank you for once again listening to Mr. Podcast. The people who actually fucking clicked on the link, and the rest of you can go fuck yourselves because you can't hear me anyway. This has been our second episode, and we bid you farewell, and we thank you for your allegiance.
Hey, you got to tell them who you are.
I know it. I'm getting to that. I'm Keith. Who the fuck are you people?
I'm fucking Aaron.
Fucking Dave.
And that is it for us.
Peace, Keith.
Awkward ending out.
We'll fucking
Peace.
see everybody later.
Sweat on my balls.
In your dreams.
More like a nightmare, but
I'm trying to fade out the music and you're talking. Everybody shut up. Bye.